eba nti dwuma tizika wo hoi mo dwuma upon anobi aba upon anobi aba program ba ko na o nti dwuma ba ko nipa miensa ebeye na ni nyina no na nke betumi ayeye abra nka program ankasa wo o hwe NDC for by sa no money program bia ya yesika e no mo dey call develop program o go yi friend say guzitano gomika say wo project ye wan kasa wo eno na ye wo major because NDC can be ye omo program na say eno ani 24-hour economy this out here so no such a major program we expect say nkomeba no na nkoma ye ready said ye ka say ye free SHS no ye buy ya the following academic year na no and because they cra document no ya be use Ghana sika
can Ghana sika say mransa na
answer ye project no because idea na ya dream who ye pa o hwe de ekoya because almost 24-hour economy sebe ye pa dia na e was say because ma say almost kasa na almost say 24-hour economy what about join this obey first of all initial no almost say a program for everybody later almost say a voluntary na what about join this obey no enyumre dey betitu kania boso kania boy so na egusu kwa na ekwe na se kania bo no e kosoro ahwan no say obey 24-hour economy na kania bo no e kosoro no obekoso aye nti as for and clearly you can see from a lot of the things that they said oh yeah ba power NDC over the years yeah per party omo ye galamsey pa NDC for 107.3 party omo ye galamsey pa because towards 2008 at a mills air the campaign no call takwa ho baby also no ba power na say gold e wo castle those are na castle ne e wo castle ho a obemo mo betu
castle no betutu
obemo mo betu
wow later at a mills
nti ye ba ya ye say ye try say the air kono ya nhwe ya ebedu baby no ebedu baby river pra densu nyira dry up near the measures started to buy and no creating impression say ujidi said those times NDC for no shed down kohunu nsuo just to create an impression say
nsuo na say
nsuo no essay
no wow
but you NDC for omu ko baby ya galanse na omu ka kire omu say omu ba omu ma omu ye is omu ba outsider so omu ba grow say ya omu creating impression say omu de galanse na omu pekra now a lot of people were deceived civil society organizations what to be that say ekotoaba 2 weeks to elections na closack any 2 UCC omu ko strike because Abino and declare state of emergency. Classic. TUC.
Even in September 11th, 2024, GJ for Babontin so declare, Mampain and Adun declare state of emergency.
TUC. Classic. 2 weeks to elections. Creating an impression say, yen di paboni phobi. And I had to obey. As part of the program, say, community mining. I created concessions for the youth. Because in Premier Brain, galamse no, who call for baby for and I say other people assassin.
Yeah.
Why don't you do it for the community? Now, community for no,
responsible mining, yeah.
And no, you could training Kuala Watakwa School of Mines. And this is voice of Montiasia. Giddy. Omo baya. Community mining, omo tunu di info. Na omo ko obuase. ako relaunch senka enye hypocrisy nko mane bo ama mutala mo nko mo wuye. If they were honest and truthful, because there wouldn't be any need for relaunch of community mining. And no answer and kaiba koswaye. It was a udi bonia. Boni who won soon sanso.
Bible, but me Bible no so was a bonia katria you.
Shamrantia go for a pilot to be up in school. Should be a dinner bonny and this year di boneno. No be or no yen a juma. Onumo, Shahonsus as well, no more agonia. As for money, boy, mamma, the only man that didn't draw. You understand? Eti, sen can you say? Omo, ankano cre. And omo jitu say. Adiano, a national issue. Inti yensu yebe boa. Na kwa be fa so a ye nyina be so ano no ye tumi aso ano omo ye ya nka 8 ye ko wu ye nka 8 bia anko wu so na be kire no nka 8 bia anko wu afa na joma ma hu se galamse issue no enye event eye process afa na NDC for no ka kire yen. There was a statement here and they say and no work can be.
Yeah.
Say the paper say 4 million and the organ say I feel na 4 million abem. It is a yeah now you share alternative more. Ebema idle hands finds different work to do, which can be anything. I feel na
I saw more new solutions whole nyina
na that time I almost say any state of emergency near use solutions in nyina wi that time I know almost say omu gira ya konso gidi say and declare state of emergency no na ya exhaust available processes nyina 107.3 so itutu eduponia ebikawano
could it be establishment of gold board in tia ama illegal mining ni ekoso sana.
Oh, send you the say the real problem, no. I will say depoliticizing. Now, because insurance say rules and regulations are ye mining, no. EPA, Minerals Commission, Ninyama Assembly, no ninyina beka boom. They sure say, omo ye responsible mining.
With effective monitoring, supervision, and sanctions. 107.3. Ah, you bemu ha, hanabisu. Ukochi excavators as a 40 and 53 as a day. Adiche na katre. And as we speak now, nobody knows. 43 ni be dia koye. Dia waka kire yemponi. What about others are yenim? So, nti ade na ye no. Any blue water sanya maniama na mo dey job for the boys no. Blue water this sanya dey there. And no dey be then. Uncle Jabi, who say Adruba BSC declare state of emergency?
For me, I don't think so. Because Obampenyi Ekanra. Or say we declare state of emergency. Sibio hono no we declare state of emergency Ghana hagina. Because the mining areas cover almost all areas.
But anyandisi for ya so na akoso mo dam spillage. San voters ka krebi ansuo form yo mo kan say MPP declare state of emergency.
Say there who say nipa no on fa dream papa dey. And there me ya say eventually nko for hwe o mani bo ama ni ma me di ne bakrope o. Ni ma me di ne bakrope. And because of intro, any niema emfa kwemu, ade a wo criticize unia no, unim say de unia na ye na ye. Chese ye koto aba wa kwetie yi. Ya min ko gira ha ko ka say. Jomama security for na aba eboa no, onja ngum. No krani, omu jai gumu. Momo ye de omo pa just because of our power. So, it when in niema omo de kai creating pressure say new patriotic party na say and it's all got to about more.
But Uncle Jabi, na MPP were communicators. Uncle meet Mama Ghana for who no creno. Make I brand now General Secretary my MPP. Sans him who way your NDC phone to be new chroma. And then na to see say communicators need to be ma out. Now want to be defended, no want to be ma Ghana for who say John Draman Mama ne NDC for amunya by Papa and Trono mudi Ghana for.
Yes, so can sa udika. But I do be so I think say or thank you as a name war your communication. I do baby no that spirited energy now your communicators ni here to rebuff sa misinformation no and say that will form kakra.
Okay.
Because any former a day in a NDC for a running campaign omuni message bia so no more come. Now form we could have held them to strict proof. Say also 24-hour economy. Then 24-hour economy no. Ubeye ni saying ebe cost ya hin. Since as we speak now nobody know the cost.
Yeah.
Ebe cost ya hin. Effect ben and a yen benya. But man come kind of wa no mo de koye. Omo kind of wa and omo koye. Share economy. Wa munim they see we are afa na nyina. American dollar effects. Well, we are afa na nyina because of Trump na nyame. All of a sudden sikano ahode so ate. And then right me there. Say President Mama who say the mere fact says sika na ahode no dollar na ahode so ate against the cedi no does not make it positive or negative. Because for instance, assuming say you are into real estate or Ghana. Now dying before Sikano esobeteno. Now to 15 cedis to $1. In total dying $200,000 cra $3 million.
Yeah.
A too bad 10 cedis.
Value no best sa.
Sa dying no 2 million. Sa dying 2 million no. What about who cut 3 million dada o? The people in that sector no a cat no movable. Omo ye exports. Because at the end or the sika de beto e dia produce. Niema buono so eson tete ye. Who export so sika beba e kakra bi. You understand? Omo gain pay ye, omo ye imports. And no cry no because of the artificial nature of the currency ninti no omo pesikano kra akoto omo niema omo sanka
abuchio
iti faso ben na ye nya wo ho ye kano governor of Bank of Ghana because who say reserve ye jaye over $9 billion no and no na omo di trade e matikano yesa
Amuko yi reserve no and the best succeed in that.
And the best succeed in that saying.
Wow.
Or deny flatly.
Shana's mom is Uncle JB economist.
Yeah. Mr. Or deny flatly. Say they are not doing that. Enra President Nankasa Eyinama. President say no krenana sa na ye.
Yes, support it no.
Sisi ade ye jai. Currency management no. Also share so mine and he na wujida we import export relationship no at the same eba from bebre the net effect no a positive and I say a negative one yes sir now we an artificial said the hu ya ebeba from sir but yen Ghana for no yen ya ho emphasis and that is what is clearly being seen because we share petroleum products and our share determination of electricity costs and our water cost. Foreign exchange component plays a major role. And apart from foreign exchange components, we use nyina are imported. It assume say sika no enya artificial and the natural consequences of the interplay of demand and supply of the currency. In Kadientina, yes, utility providing companies, almost the increment ever. We should have seen the pass-through effect.
Yeah.
Should have ensured, say, electricity cost
reduction.
Yeah. But en kosoro kekeo 220% no propose an increment. 220%. So it may be a one, and I think that the solution, the end is very soon because of projects I hear anything, the effects, after by next year, middle of next year, after also on kasa omude omu program, but I want Ghana for who say sebi. Ya ton ya color TV.
Akoto black and white.
Akoto black and white.
Right. Uncle, jinaso kakra bi mama. Afi no abeke ho a. Ya no owura John Boadu incoming national chairman MPP. Uncle JB. And I do na friend no. Na me ba say you going to meet Uncle JB na of course I'm meeting Uncle JB. Me ba John high asase pa 107.3. Asase 98.5 Kumasi, asase 99.7 wo Tamale. Asase 100.3 wo Cape Coast Mining City Radio 89.5 wo Takwa. Afiema Radio 103.3 wo Kofodua. Eho nyina otie nkai mo adwo ye mo akwaba. As an economist, obi say first quarter of 2025. Na yesidi no ahoden second quarter of 2025 na yesidi no ahoden wa me ate ase na anwumre se na ye forest no sika ye de sie baabi na bi wo gine kofa bi de begina sidi no achi the ordinary Ghanaian on the street is na ya ye sika ye de sie baabi na ye sika wo ye kuroma ahoden kofom ni ye koyi ni ye de begina sika no achi me sika ye currency no enya ahoden a Bonnie Bain the womb as an economist.
Inka Bonnie crying him. But how are you going to sustain that? A year in Anka a sika a year reserve. Normally a friend import cover, no. And by the balance of the economy, no, a be ever come and Anka DB yes, any problem. But the money a problem in the first place in Trona or Mudino. And we have major problem because Sikano would the reserve in the air balancing to what extent are you going to sustain that?
Because we artificial.
Because artificial idea. If I do baby no, because import cover no, and yet just for the management of the forex. Nyema bebre wo ha ye de. It is our priority. Ekoye se obe use they maintain the strength of the currency. Other Niema, I was say the import cover na ye no. Untumi enyam fanye. At rencham be basis here, will be found wanting. So they make no. It is yes, a decision also take it, but also take a decision, in a manner where to me a sustain this hard decision. This how they all decide. They say, sabi. I say, kwasia, and I know so you. Onim so chati. Yes, onim so chati. So, we don't know what I'm for. What the a major problem, a major problem, and to determine this, no, no, a buying a shese, ye export and import, no, there in a balance the boy.
Okay,
so it is economic management.
Okay, so economic management, Uncle, young fan say Ghana for and Ghana for Yanuya. Say Yama MPP and Twaso. Schoolers, school and this government, school John Dramani Mahama, BOG, Dana Banese Woye, in Kenya, near Bechiromo, Bomabon, Fanisomo, and Tichiromo, then ye beya, Sidin Benya Hodia, any artificial way as an economist.
I said, yet, and say, who said Sidino Ababa Foba? And I think yesterday, John Mama acknowledged it. Say Sidino eba forms artificial now. We share remittances. That is Ghana for omo wa brochria. Omo money sika no. Omo money sika say yemfa nye adwuma wa ha mo. Nti first omo $100,000 Adwuma betumi aye 1.5 million Ghana cedis worth of adwuma. And on the $100,000 bar, it will be 1.1 ejuma. Sano obe kipu nisika. Inti remittances within this short time reduced by 50%. Remittances and also na bar it will shore up the currency. So na me channel. I think say yes, having realized it omojai interference say no cry there because he say I mean who they making edi say me your mama dio because your mama was making statement say politics there utumi di ntro kakra no aka no cry kakra into no cry minim say this time we there e no cry and anya no cry because governor they say they don't interfere your mama say they interfere this here by anything and no cry no create credibility problems for the government. And the effect, influences speculation. 107. Obi person didn't see about or chance mean check a na 3 months, 4 months, and also
investor confidence to grab
ever form. So never change. And I believe say some put two or more art together. Now the can they be 1D1 FIA was to also help. Now your reliance on imports and I don't know to what extent they want to do that. I'm saying
but on 1D1
yes, because we share towards 2024 quarter baby. Man was saying more waivers nina for 1D1 and this is what yeah. It's in many of these programs about standstill because sa waivers na nke be reduce omo cost no omo ye we na omo tumi compete fairly with other competitors from outside on the major. It's a major issue I believe say omo tumi antena say anhwe ne ye na propaganda say ebedu baabi no obehu say bejinsem ebedu baabi no obehu say ebeji. As for managing the economy there you can lie. As we speak now contractors say edi omo ka that's what the omoka. Major projects it was buying ye almost so home. They could do some major projects. Because so near Satia to say the omoka big pushy. A started coso normal started to contractors car a honey be who your real size as a country. And it is being seen clearly. Usha a friend say intake to training colleges now. By half.
I will forbid him because BC cry. I'm saying, cranny boy, results on cry. Ya in a busy
by half. Just because Omunyesika entry allowances, no. Omunyesika entry allowances, no. They are even contemplating free SHS, no, because AD Sika more. Now there's no alternative to educating your own people. And no na Edin said the Nkrana President Nana Addo Akufo-Addo right from 2017 yes sustaining to say ifi abemo and then no nkwara ko school feed the other problem say no mo ka say ya de ketwa say President Mama no jira platform so ye be ma headmasters akọ say momoni anomu na dwomo to mori aye de boska no
say ni fie nkrama aduane kro mu di no krai papa chen
sisi ano abeto nti e kwa obefa so a we resolve our problem no a major problem for us na hunsun sanso no ye ma omko school no nti for us I think say for the New Patriotic Party, we only have to put our act together. We only have to strengthen our communicators and get sharp communicators. Those times, that you giant asshole. That know me who I could see a friend. Back we also professor, son on your professor, computers. Now, onu
deputy IT.
Onu Janenum. Oja TV su Janenum na your strategy. I'm saying, I come now, who ye Jinemu running your party? Ya, oh, now, whatever. That's the Oman won't mean to make an baby. I said, why ye BBM? Where ye in 2016? We are the only political party in the world. Not only in Ghana, in the world. You to be too about record time. It will be results. It didn't come by chance. Send you patriotic party, that's all.
Yeah.
I didn't need to be in CCR.
You better party in common. I've quickly, my young cop, me, but often working one. Your name will read John Boadu, incoming national chairman, MPP. And a din como and you do not friend or I drink Cassia, who she and a friend is fans of pepper and minimum so I will my or veggies I drink Cassia if you did. I go so drink Cassia yet.
I did it, said Uncle Ponty.
I go quickly, young share machi, a Kosu Kruma. Recently, Bono chairman, Abronye, your cochino, now share Black Maria. Nye car the fa ordinary person why you bonnet car be an robbers binom and crowfo binom on beso mutu and buy any goo sancrophone do mugukan but me security person sakano and ye the fan and you no kwa ya chiche tiktokers binom or more social media ye no more be and rock radie mampayin John Drama
and I remember. I started with Bronya so. Okay, former finance minister fee. Dano nyame adom no ni fee. Japai edinko fo enim. Ena
invade fio, yeah.
Invade fio e cretu anajo political opponents. Minjini say correct. And no, I didn't want to do baby. I do because this is a brother, dear. Okay, what can baby? Dear, no, okay. Since as we speak now, cry. You're doing chair at the crop pot. Okay, yachino.
Say yeah,
because yachi, say Obama, fancy comedy, and the yira. I'm a call honor. Then besides, it's the day now, my. Almost signal bureau. They've gone through almost Facebook accounts, almost X accounts, almost TikTok accounts. And I knew my trophy that you know my printing in out. And no more they develop almost case against them. It's around your day, meaning what it is really. But the United say one of his programs no can be about IGP.
Yeah.
Na sebi. Se insure tire pronchenia oje war. Ebe denti na also oje war. Ye wo mamu ha. Ena on video first vice chairman of the NDC. Eshia third vice chairman of the MPP. Where you going journey where that go many. John him say we share ni nia. Omo didn't come on.
So far Zoka.
Now if what started did that them. So can you say a third vice chairman obunu ho a. Nka hwe ade be ne besi. E don sakra question ne hwenem. Emba wo in the presence of the police. Emma oko wasan so akwara Emma na kopira sum. Yeto abai na watwetwe mu. Apart from that, or say or hwehwe a friend is a minority leader. Na kokoto na. Nke be by election. E won the constituency. You can say be by election just obewu. And no na bronye ejina so say you IGP or IGP by nyina na say or IGP ma NDC. And the Kasa no cost nobody entertains sa Kasa because it doesn't help anybody. And man, the substance, the concrete issues now we're raising. sisi a omo de anu mom na abebata ho na wo IGP wo si edidi watema ya oya na de ye threaten no a say be kunu no enu de how as a peace officer enu how say you wo memu ha na ye just a runoff 19 constituencies 19 polling stations and no crown a yes at the highest level and sometimes it be some who say new patriotic party ni say you to abeg more than 7 months now you can over and over again say I got 3 polling stations per be determine results no Emma deputy commissioner Aqua Parliament, Aqua Kawo Hose, a reround is out of the question, and that they are waiting for just 3 polling stations. Then all of a sudden, now Electoral Commission U10 as to how they were able to determine the 19 polling stations. So, as to how they managed to determine the 19 polling stations, no. Because in determination of the 19 polling stations, no, 3 polling stations are near your record, no, Bakuna and Kahon. Bakuna and Kahon. It is the Omukoye, no, Senkahawa Kumsi, or Wuya, go woo, Electoral Commission for 3 so. Electoral Commission for any Ghana police, they couldn't provide the Electoral Commission the needed security to collect just 3 polling stations. Now, Omemuha, Obabesia, Oya former minister of state, former member of parliament, about 3 or 4 times member of parliament. Now, in the full glare, in the presence of the police, Obi, etumi ato no ho
chama
what tumi ato no ho to say aeroplane akopim obabo mahawa kusi abebo form obabesia omo dinim pambro in the presence of the police, in the presence of the police. Now president untumi mbo wa ho besinne dawa kumsi so no so te sa oyire ya. You can imagine say bibi da kayeye na president oyire baabi na MPP for ebe ye de sa nke be ye ode na ade na any pabone for sa. Why are we so wicked like this? Why? So ba wait to me see a bono from they were IGP ewo memo ha na ebe den na azoka onye de oye because ye no ye ko chichi omo ye no asa so we cross akọ but intela mo ho mo bo na baso omo man na won say you flying then award. Na say you phone the wo na say you phone kro no we gu you phone has been consistent in trying to support Nkofua arbitrary arrest or monitino. You want to intimidate him. 107.3. Now say Omemuha. Your security services. You see, sometimes if you talk to some of the police people behind us, they feel very embarrassed.
Why, Uncle?
Because any sign you training homo. Enye sa na ye chire o ma de
nto mo feel say ya sure
mo feel say ye sure mo this current leadership no de ye ma omo ye Eddie say because do baby and have a police citizens relationship, you know, now improve pa. Because if you don't have that, if you don't have citizens supporting the police, almost to even combat crime. The relationship, you know, akonenim. Since your police in Ukraine have a buyefu. And some of them are embarrassed. Me a nice person. Until stop be a walk be a minimum. Sometimes to me, they feel very embarrassed. Now IGP went to Yashi Amawasia. Me fed him bonnie coffee.
I don't cry line Sam said December ya
me fed him bonnie and coffee. Now you IGP so Ghana how 107.3 Peter Namfuri ye hu no pa. Remember bought dampari pona akoyese because so no ne dampari ntemunya. It go bo ha as a way. You hu IGP so Ghana. The IGP na sabi da chuko fia. You hu a e be hu say wa be ye dwuma de aboa oman. You understand? For me, you know, and for instance, you want to me this time, you're my NSA.
But my bro,
Yachiwa,
you would be a court, Michelle.
And I said, the attorney say, yen to me, and ja, young call for no hossa. Because the Oma year almost says, no, almost day signal bureau,
a bit tracking
coffee, just to intimidate people. Makasa, that is not to say, we in the New Patriotic Party and I said me encouraging call for say omunya niema enye. I will never do that.
But they have to speak truth to power.
Yeah, I will never do that. Now NDC for unim enjo mama ne hoya me nwanwa. But enye me nwanwa bebre. Because the Subayano party owo mu no sa. Omukoye muntie 3. You know what they did after all the insults and the threats, you know. The book at all. The money no. So the NDC people paying for no went and solidarized with them. Now money Ghana ha. Eko Troy, vice president, oko Trobi.
Ako Ghana lista ne Mugabe.
Yeah, koe eko mo solidarity. Ko Troy sa my idea pa. Inti da be na NDC who say atem the day again. 107.3. We are there as a party to support you. Mama ye kasa no mono enye decent. Na message I person carry no. You to me and carry message.
Right.
Because me to where I make us me who am he pa. But to me me. Because someone try us on me. Oh, that's how you invite me. National security.
Wow.
There. Say your power no na. Must lock for. Omuko fa cars be buy. Na utia 10%. Na waji na utia. Inti me name regional secretaries for then. No mo so mo pebi. Inti me ankasa me di misika. Ekotua 10%.
I'm a regional secretary.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, me di misika.
Wow.
Ekotua mo nyina. Me to best 20 cars. Na omo
wow.
Ebi etua, ebi ntua. No ma be invite. Abra mo nim nkofo a agege cars.
Tu no bo amo no.
Me bo amo that say no mo din so benya pepe bi e kire say ma guarantee am omo. Na kire say me ma koji car me ntua ka. Man fa ba akupo nyame adomti. Man fa one.
And we are there.
No, man fa
regional secretary bi a.
Yeah, omo nyina 16 nyina me de momo. Na your former woman organizer was to be me man baako. Bugri first vice chairman for Upper East me man baako. Now your woman be a
my uncle sa papa ni adoye eto de bia wo gina bible no so say yenya adoye nka but we a party for no ya mom obi so say manya hwe regional executive pa constituency executive so manya hwe but adoye a wo ye mom nyina no wa ma outa me ka
David I dream ponso am de ye ne say un say na regional secretary sin nyina at least am more cars pick ups ni ma but we no was purposely for commercial purpose.
Or more
no more can use
no more fan to
that is almost when you be in addition to working for the party, you know, your business kakrebi aye.
Okay.
That is so much channel. And I'm going to invite me. I invite you thinking, say, my job, say me more office and the crano. When is that mean call master order? There are a lot of institutions. I mean, call crowder. When is that before 2024 now? ECG. Now, Mahama na Madam Fu. To obey MD no so members are no office. When is that me can say ECG? Mo headquarters here. Alaju sa kwano.
Oh, you right.
We say we live there. And I will call. I say, oh. Mr. Boadu na I have so many pen. Also, I have MD.
Why you
It's a juana na no. Ye abanti da ye
sacrificial work.
Ye juma in our party. Nti who me say the air cover in there say John Boadu you be hunu baby say wakoji contract bi never.
Yemra party mu nyanko. So and now what you actually no. Sad dedication no. Sacrificial work to which with them who about for the partner so who is a partner
jira the management one the and the general leadership on so do baby I'm say do baby no now we're a bit complacent and for me I think say we lost where we were depending more on money because we depending on sika betua bia no obi betua abrosa so nti me kai me call kumewu by election na me share na say we enye dwuma ho because no cry man go for bufu Gobi benya bi obi nya bi
obenya kesi a
so I think say that was the reason why na me the party school no ever so say you better your party for your supporters no of the core values of the party because the thing say sika here na obetua mo obi a obetumi a sacrifice because some of it sacrifice no go beyond sika. There was this guy no was Seshi baby Peter Amwa. Towards 2000 elections. Those times NDC for year to abanoma for ballot box. Some the journey no my say. Peter Amwa year to abewie NDC for na be for ballot box. And no GT the see tractor so DH no fee so hot about shape form. For almost 2 years no. You didn't back for you had those standard and which in as again because for you have a srano tiane bills you winning power or no I enjoy power ni bida you winning power or enjoy power ni bida
you protect
beside juma or yeah you know juma on the channel but since anyama asesa kakra but I want to believe say if say you inculcate in our members that selflessness. And not just say be bad and you say more. Say be no say first na. Yeah party. Na your crap poster. You be your cotton starch. Na ya noa. Na your corny and now. And I ade bechi no. The type posters ni na. And then you cry no. Some of the posters quite adhesive into your starch. But some of the panel got tiny poster no. Why you're careful? I'll be with them. I think that we must come back to it and get our people to understand. Say the new patriotic party, a party a what back
that is when I'm moving good leadership to lead.
Yeah, enko yes na me Oscar na me. Sa argument na ni ho so it shouldn't be part of it. It oil the machinery. You understand? But the machinery must be there for it to be oiled.
Not because of the money.
Yes. Now, discipline. You see, and I may come, baby, say. And all apologies to GPRTU.
107.3
She GPR to you as an organization. What you say? Should I new organization, Papa Bia? Don't you mean your GPR to me? Now you see, I took petrol mo into the anti fair swa. Was a media meant so. And I have to swa was a meant to so. More clear rules and regulations. What do you mean? Sorry, I GPR to you election. Me wa Google me chairman me contest national chairman. Ye. Omo sibi omo ye omo niema fe. What do you mean call Roma sorry? Na Roma sorry na ji crucifixion to ma. O se me dia me sorry member me come adwen. Nti me ji crucifixion tum. Ano Jesus no enye ne ma me ne Mary. Nso me da so ti asori nim.
Na na otumi ye dey.
Utumi nyasa. Who joining Roma no? That these were the principles underpinning the organization. And no na boa the organization in cost. It obi any why you go find fie you go find the church on be joining new patriotic party. Obi any hosa.
And go on say you over pamper ya jichin crofo bi so patum too much.
Because I believe strongly say yeah, sometimes who send that discipline you are numbers no nyina na positive o. Sheba make we be intro. Towards the year 2000, stalwarts of our party, Kakre Samwa, Wayo Seni, Ufuriata, even Kwame Mpieni, omu nyina jai party no. Kwame also jai politics. Kakre Samwa, yeah, koye debate no akoko prezi Atamels.
Yeah, opposition leader.
A firm decision was taken. Say a constitution say yeah we're a candidate to her to support any other candidate against our candidates. Straight away, you're forfeiting the membership. Why are you saying you jai? Until over here now, as a 2000, I say, but I'm not sure say there's discipline in the party. And they did win the elections now. Shayako 2016.
Polafokone Kwabena.
Shantokwa those times. You to be your meeting po. Meeting, steering committee meeting. Sometimes, I don't think that you've heard our side of the story. Minjini se motie nyema na yekom. Nti se sa de no ko so a nka 2016 e wede na win elections no. Sa de no ko so a untumi ye meeting wo headquarters. Bibi akoye meeting a ase ye kwa war. Meeting kaka se committee a ye 10 no. Ase ye kwa war. And now Yakobu we wa and now Yakopra we wa we wa. They not see form. And yet they buy. There's no way an organization. The Bible will do baby na Israelites ne kwakon. The go for baby say 500,000. Yakopon say no. Fa o amini nyina akonom nkonum suo. The river bank. Omuko no nsuo nipa over 100,000 no you 300 per. These were disciplined people. Omuko akono omudinkunim. But you cannot have an indisciplined organization and win an elections. How is it possible, say? Guinness Ghana Limited. We ejuma oha. Na semba Guinness. Na ye ma authority to speak on behalf of Guinness.
Na ko bokuku.
How is that possible?
Jebi.
And that discipline must come back to the party.
And because national chairman discipline,
yes, without discipline, yeah? Collation of resource. If you don't have disciplined people, between your resources, and sometimes, yeah, I think that people are getting a lot of things wrong. By elections, for instance, maybe it has outlived its usefulness.
By election.
Because it doesn't necessarily alter the balance of power in parliament.
Yeah.
Maybe we can look at it from our constitution. But in answer, no. You go by election. You go by election and say you go win in trial. That is not the essence of by election.
That didn't you go by election.
A political party. Once you talk about 2024, you better talk about Biono 2028. Until you will not have opportunity to test a strategy towards the 2028 elections in terms of real practical elections.
The by-election will lead most people.
It's a by-election, but as a political party, so who develop a strategy, a what now fail, ube use, and ube the organizers from all the regions, baba, who do secretaries, what zone constituencies, no more the dano. Now strategy, who develop, why implement ya, she say, about work here now. I can tell you, and people don't know. The reason we won the 2016 elections was the talency by elections. Your friend was the talency model. Now you develop a strategy. You call implementing. Even though we lost the elections, we had feedback, practical feedback of implementation in the year. The next one, a year Amenfi West by election. If you honor, the best same call Amenfi West. The year now you improve on the talency model in Amenfi. The last place you did model like who say election you bet me come and a year Abetifi Brian constituency. You know what came out in Abetifi?
No.
Who say you develop Nami will be a fair pink sheet tracking system.
Okay.
Pink sheet tracking system is a system who track pink sheet, right from production to election day. After elections, now to be the new results. Into all the process, say. Into baby or the whole system. Pink sheet tracking system. You quite bet you know. No. Pulling agents who we with Juma. Nipa ba could be electoral area. Nipa there's 5 polling stations. Electoral area coordinator you were a center. Ono baba beje 5 ni nyina. Ebi a motor ana bicycle. No, we can know their brain. Go for her or more yes man. Electoral area be ye call ye. Na kwe bia minim de yam so ti say ye win no. Oji pin sheet no na kwe yirai. Ye call ni yiri fie ni fie ni ho. Ye che ni girlfriends are what ye call nya ye no. So book or top baby.
The near Jabruso.
The near Jabruso. It's idea within there's 1.5 hours. Near quality a resource we Naka 5. Yet now some electoral commission a constitution of the party. Duties of members. Article 3.5 for baby. 107.3. The first duty. It's unya obi a your party ni. No dear. Party and over criticize who outside. And this Omajuma is saying. Omajuma is to criticize us.
Yeah.
Why do you want to do their job for them? Why do you think, say, we are party ni, and promoting, defending the good name of the party, Any communicators ejuma o. All members of the party. We a party near with duty and no first duty. It only at the papa bika I be promoting protecting the image of the party.
But so no musro san crofo no a omu protecting defending promoting party no. O musro mo leadership ni suro mo ana.
I mean because because of that the CCR no hwe se enya eyiye na ekwa da no a friend is saying Kumasi market she bi tie kire na me hwe Brian no akono aye donation Educhu no akono aye donation Patrick Boama no akono aye donation party coin donation Akufado donation Mahmoud Bawumia donation.
Kennedy.
One party. Kennedy Japan donation. Hey, funny, yes, sir. You know how your party for the leadership of the party. Miss Ressa, na hima ya ye be na
107.3.
Munyina mukosia wo ha ye nyina ye nka bom ne nko na enye fe.
Anye we akoye donation.
We akoye we donation, we akoye say no akoye say. Na afi no. Na afi no bia try to outdo the other. It does not present a discipline and a united party.
Right. Uncle Jabi, menim sa candidates no say abrotie puma kwam o matie sikwam mo ko aprobo and asemo nipa de bia meka secretary mampro asemo abeka ne no and the whole twen wa afebo social media environment 100 years ubewu akọ mabeba o manu nuanom ye beka e de akere mo say we koka we na etwi we koka we na etwi we na party ne settle one nipa ba ko wie inshallah obeye chairman for the party, the back will stop with you. Say ubekwa koton party ni bekwa koton say ni pardon. Ebeye diamond because we are can we can we. Afuto be na obenya e diama aspirants no.
They also who say competition at the friction ever. Sabi I call a lot of countries internal elections amongst themselves, will be an argument. And the simple way I am used to. President Kufuor in 1996, the main argument I know you say there must be change. I'll say assistant do boy. And Obama reasons in tia I'll say assistant do boy. The do boy and call for so bad then on back counter. Almost Obama reason tia Eddie say assistant. The do boy and some call for say no change. And President Kufuor win here. Year 2098, Akufo-Addo ever contest Kufuor no. Ono so change. Say I saying Kufuor so can change. Because 96 so catch change. Oh, to me can change. Or say no change. Because can say change and that say I say assistant no.
No change and so okay.
Nti ono so my reason tia.
No change.
Any say assistant no. And these are competing ideas. And not to cry the man judgment. Who's the judgment, sir? President Kufuor yire enua. President Kufuor yire.
Ninya pa ni judgment, sir. But then they contest in 96 and then they contest in 98. I say na President Kufuor to say banche idea kodwa yanto. Ensamfa kodwa subio. Na banche dada there. So these are friendly banters. And then no diama I say a different kakra say those days omo kasa radio bi ani ho omo ka che delegates a no omo ka che ben na ugina ho no na ye record o enu nti na wo say wo ye sure say unko ka bibia ebe dani negative not only for you but for your opponent and so me say competition bring friction nti
I say Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. I say aka 9 pe. Say aka 9 pe. Omo we chire ma de kronti aka 9 pe. Ujiri say other candidate no that ya tum say aka 9 pe.
Omo say race here start.
Omo so be ma reason dia.
Enka 9 pe.
That necessarily must not be say ntokwa wo ho. No mo nyina support to Baumia. Say come be join no. Omo nyina ha ne Baumia ya adwen a. Brian, Ken, Educhum, Nenia. Omo nyina ne ne ya adwen a. Say come nyina be join no.
Yeah.
The mere fact say omo ati omo ho che say omo ne ne ya adwen. Omo gidi say yes sana ebeboa. Ono so gidi say your man no second chance ebeboa. It is a honor na argument, you know. What say?
There should be contest of ideas.
That's all. That's all. But yeah, you know, any chita for no so. And about could be be my friend, no, say masa. Debbie. And I was saying, we almost so yeah and call for them, say Debbie. Yankupon a ball about the no. Who the importance of name. The first assignment of the madam and say to near mama bonyina di. And untina ubia e wodino. Do the house say udi obiechi. And untino ubia kodidi u candidate attempt. Into unso ucha. Ebe enba in the name of u candidate o.
Wa udim.
Ebe ba wa udim. Na da ebia wonso edu so a wo pa bibi no. Na afi atwetwe o tape no edi aba. I can see why say a competition yentumi sell your positives. Now we think say selling the negative of our opponents in the boa. That does not mean say we must not punch holes in the arguments of our opponents. Into young members, you know, yeah, sometimes you know, I'll say nyabo kakra. Some of those things are just arguments. Obi say aka na ipe. Mr. say aka na ipe. Didn't na obuofu. Obema reason ti aka na ipe. Ofe obi cry define if 9 is this find x. Obi say x na yawara.
Adani mathematics.
So it is the strength of your argument, you know, in the here. Yet, me and funny say, a bibia, a hard drink cry.
Okay.
Only say, still, no, as a party, no, party now is a regulator. Yeah, I was say party leadership, no, monitor, or mokasa. Bibi, for instance, Biancasa, I speak to all the candidates.
Okay.
I speak to all of them. And I send an answer. I was with Dr. Baumia. So when they saying, say. Yesterday, I spoke with Canada, Japan. So far, friend is a campaign, you know. Showdown Yambemu into Kipu momentum. Showdown Biaba. Kipu momentum, no. I say. Brian, Meneno, Ekasai. A between the Miami pa. And so menena enya enkasa because on starting on can be biabo and if you keep quiet nobody will quote you into your no
I'm telling myself
on can say then I make up there and I come Japan so I feel now I started. I think this is what leadership must be doing.
Okay.
The monitoring and drawing early signal.
Okay.
So omo ye no say be kasa ho no say tempo na untroy na wo kan sometimes you know there are slips. I can tell you say some of them maybe are some no oh there be on can you say na nka meka no you understand
because untroy into no
and also leadership also and monitor omo.
Okay. And
they should be open to all of them. They should let them know say look sabi me mba ha na dwonko ba bia wi a.
Okay.
They should be open to them,
right,
and guide them. So far, I think that's so good. So far.
Campaign ko kama.
No, so far, yeah.
Mera say Uncle JB finally inshallah make inshallah that means I went to me and actually and I do the zoom na yi amanfo din free.
The thing is say we are general secretary to me any enwo baby we shall election aye bia ye den call they in charge of it. Ye wia ye take committee petition and budget as secretary. That's I the mayor Juma na say come to me near Juma no. Nka to say the omo kan John Kuma ho ejo so na say ahomache me na me be before. How am I going to know? How am I going to know? Until say ebia ye de petition beba. Na committee a omo ehwe sa petition no ahwe. Just say ye wie answer abane ho. Whatever chanti. Seven, those have a general secretary. Don't be dream say central bank crying in our fee. Yes, I had sometimes misconception about. But I can tell you, there hasn't been any time in the history of the New Patriotic Party. Your polling station elections, yet to me, I digitize elections now. Yeah, multiple albums that.
Okay.
You have multiple. It's in last election, parliamentary and presidential. One thing, because the albums were there. I inherited a police station arrangement, constituency Boadu, albums best at 3.
Wow.
Albums best at 3. In a lot, maybe can near my baby. Sometimes party management there, you develop. It can be a way. I will say a quiet name because maybe they may inherit it, you know. There hasn't been any time in the history of our party. Yet to me, at to a bank as our police station. Obi back and me.
Ah, yeah, you okay.
Obi back and me. You be a bomb, no? Never heard of be so a bomb. You be say, me time. You really are digitize. So there was no noise at all. Since you are quite a quarters, album, I'm yeah. I don't know, they better up away. But you say competition will be a dear bida. Now over can want them. Again also no decentralized. There's no way as general secretary, me na me supervise election in Kwadaso and an election in Avrongo. A hono your election committee homoye. A whole problem bar petition beba rigid. Omo to solve Eba national cry committee. Anya John Boadu na e cause of that problem no.
Tibia ze
no those times bibia papa ba de anya me o. Me wo ho a my running party from 2015 you put together manifesto, you pay logistics for constituencies, you draw campaign program. Yeah for the first time in the history of our party. You to me police pink sheet tracking system you to abane yan court you winning with a difference of over 1 million okay yeah can say yeah they winning as election in there na e bi wa dada obimu ye den why before 2015 why a run a party and so ebia me whom they help because me so me can near my baby you know because for the first time our campaign was different. Our campaign was different. These were all done in 2016. Even 2014, I was the national organizer of the party. Then Obi Beka said, "Oh no, na the year in the may win here." Then, yeah, about 2014, no, near a police station elections that. I don't know, Sir John, yeah, no, I don't need to talk about my. Yeah, the parliamentary primaries. And presidential primaries. We have parliamentary primaries, but I know we win elections. And there's a parliamentary way, it's like a winning 2024.
Okay.
You understand? See, I party in 17.
Okay.
And I can't be brave.
I
can assure you, say, with what we've done. Hey, we better have a tank camera of baby. You understand? Okay, can't sell me about 7 days. Yeah, they are with real achievements, with real records of success.
Okay.
Now, anytime party, a very focus, a discipline, united. And this year, also see even when we lost the elections, we lost an election. The first time in the history of our party, your previous results, and also say your subsequent elections. So even crowd the 2020 new crowd you win elections. Yes, auntie, we only bring back the love of the party. We bring back the unity of the party for us to win the elections.
May say Uncle John Boadu, Adrian Cassia, former Director General for SIGA, former General Secretary MPP, incoming National Chairman. Nagodi.
Mr. Madam Asipa.
Pepper Chopper, John Boadu, Uncle JB, Natesi, and anything commodore. What the Enkawa Assassin 107.3, Assassin 98.5 for Kumase.